Now let's talk about the social and political ideologies of today. They range from far left on one extreme to far right on the other. Now, adjoining ideologies are distinguished by gradients rather than borders. It's kind of like a rainbow. All right? Now, the various ideologies can be distinguished because they have specific views about various subjects. So the distinction between the moderates, let's say, and the liberals is only a matter of degree, though. And the distinguishing trait between the traditionalists and the conservatives is only a matter of degree. And so for the sake of simplicity, I will include the moderates in with the liberals, and I'll include the conservatives and the traditionalists in with the conservatives. Is that all right? But it's a broader gradient than we expect. So there they are. Those are all the things that go from the far left to the far right. Now we have to be aware, if we're going to have a new movement, if we're going to have some new thinking, we've got to be aware of this rainbow. And because we have to know who we're dealing with, all right? So it's not just a matter of left and right. Actually, when you look at this, the real difference is between those between liberal and conservative and those at the extremes. The means and the extremes are the real divide today. It's not just left and right. And I'll tell you why. The conservatives and the liberals, they generally uphold the core values. Their argument is how best to implement them. The liberals like big government. The conservatives like small government. That's a good debate. But the far left and the far right, they want to get rid of the core values because they have a whole nother agenda going on. Okay. Now let's go on over to the, okay, here we go. Let's go on over to another chart which kind of breaks that down even further. I'll call this the ideological array. And it gives you kind of a broad view of what they represent. All right, we got economic outlook, view of government, political view, theological tendencies, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I'll just only go over a couple of these with you. You've heard of the term sola scriptura, have you? Heard the term? Yeah. Scripture alone? All right. So let's take the far left. When they look at government, they believe in sola welfare. Okay? All right. The liberals, are into social justice. I can relate to that, right? The conservatives are into personal responsibility. I can relate to that also. All right? And the far right, sola bootstrapper. Even though they got a break somewhere, somebody gave them a lift. It's kind of, there's a certain man running for president. I don't want to mention his name, but he said, yeah, you can do it yourself. I did it. My father only gave me $1 million to start. Okay, all right. View of government. Nanny state for the far left. Large government, small government, laissez-faire state, right? Political view. Neo-communism, pluralism, populism, etc. And you can look at that and see all these different views. Well, if we understand that, if we have a clear understanding of that range, then we can know who we're dealing with. And by the way, very few people are purely one or the other. People have a mixture. They may be liberal over here and the conservatives over there. You know what I'm saying, right?